Hello, I'm doing a little review on a modified Sea Summit inflator for my, the hell's the name on this again? Yeah. Insulated Q-Core SL. It's the wider version. This is pretty much the biggest mat you can get. There's like one or two that are bigger, but it takes forever to inflate. And also it's insulated. However, you know, when you have an insulated mat, they don't want you inflating it with your mouth because the moisture in your air gets into the insulation and makes it somewhat ineffective and also makes the mat heavier and there can be mildew issues. So I just blew this up with this little guy. It took a little bit longer and it took some modifications to get it to work. Basically what I did, it's made for Sea Summit bags and stuff, So I cut it out using my little Swiss Army scissors. It has these little, looks like a drain kind of guard right here. And there's actually mesh in there. You can kind of see it right there. The mesh doesn't seem to do anything as far as I could tell, but basically I cut it out, then I kind of melted the corners, and this is, when you first get it, this is way too small to fit over this guy here. So it's much bigger on the Big Agnes mats, that right there to that. So it's not much smaller. When you line them up, they're about the same size. However, this silicone like stuff, this gray stuff here, I figured I could mod it to fit over this by heating it up and cutting off that thing, and it did work. So kudos. Here, I'll show you. Granted, this is a little tough with here. I'm gonna do the patented neck hold to use both hands. So you just kind of go like this. It's a tight fit. So I melted it. Hopefully that's even pointing at it. It's a very tight fit. Granted, you have these guys right there, but there you can see. I got it up on there. It's not perfect, not by a long shot, but I did fill this up with it. However, there's a couple notes I'd like to make. When you first start out with this thing, yeah, it works great and the mat's all floppy and stuff. You gotta, when you push in like that, this thing flops all over. So you want to put it up against your leg, so you kind of go like that and you kind of guide it. Makes it work a lot more efficiently, in my opinion. And you have to hold it with these things here. You can't go like this because you're blocking that's the intake, these mesh things right here. All these mesh things on the side. It's a very fine mesh, like one of those high-end coffee filters. That's the intake when you pull up, because this is totally sealed right here. It's like a roll bag, dry bag, with a spring, like those kitty. It's really well made. It's watertight, it seems like. I haven't used it for anything but this one mat blow up, so I don't think it'll have any leaking issues. I'm hoping it won't. But it seems to be pretty airtight and watertight. If it's airtight, it's watertight. So I got it up on there. I got it about 3/4 of the way full. Then it gets harder to do because it keeps wanting to flop over like this. You're trying to pump it. It's like, whoa, going over here, over there. I got big hands, so that makes it a little bit easier. I was just like crush. The last, I'd say 1/50th of it, where all this was pretty much full, it wasn't tight though. I had to take it off because for some reason the intake didn't seem to work that well. Once it gets really close to being full, and you just pretty much take it off, blow in like 5 breaths, and it sort of defeats the purpose maybe, but it's a lot less moisture from your breath, because this is a lot of air you got to put in here. So yeah, anyhow, that's my brief overview of this little guy. It was like 25 bucks over at where was that, REI. I was surprised by the price because it's a little piece of sil nylon, this limp spring in it, kind of, not even a spring, but, and a dry bag, you know, it's a dry bag with a little nozzle on it and coffee filter inside. But, you know, it's a cool invention and they got to make money off of it, and it's Cordura fabric. But, I mean, if you get this for Reseda Summit, I'm sure it works perfectly with their stuff. I hope to also find a way to modify this to work with my my inflatable raft, one of those micro ones that you can pack in your backpack. It looks like it's going to be a little small, but I can make a adapter for it somehow, and I'll probably make a YouTube video on that too. Anyhow, that's one way to do it. There's another couple options. Of course, there's the limp bag option where you put it towards the wind, fills it up, and you close it down, squeeze it in, open it up, fill it with the wind, close it up, squeeze it in. And that's how I actually fill up my raft. But I was just seeing how this works. It just, you know, hold it like a harmonica, not a harmonica. What are those damn things called? You know, just like that. So, that's about it. Just thought I'd show it off. Is it worth the money? I don't know. Yeah, I had a gift card, so use the last of it. But it works, you know, and it's very lightweight for backpacking. So you decide. Have a great one.